Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Age of Ashes, the Elven Portal podcast. We are diving headlong into Book 2 in Season 2. We had some a lot of interest in our sort of subplot of three dwarves coming down the mountain, going to open a microbrewery. They're like, well, where's this brewery? People were saying, or like, we'd like to see the brewery. So as a treat, because the module actually says take downtime instead of just sweeping out their new keep, we thought it'd be fun to get some cameos. And we have spent, yes, I know, it's been quite a few episodes. We spent up 8 episodes on doing a bunch of cameos. And I just want to give a shout out. Thank you so much to Jared, to Rick, to Tim, you know, like all the guys that we've pulled in here. Moving forward, in Season 2, we have some on and off regular cast members, and to fill the void, we're doing some cameos that might turn into something bigger. So please welcome right where we left off. And no, Matt is not doubling down with double characters to fill any gap, or for the fear, Joe's incessant fear of reading too many Reddit posts of a TPK. It's just they were in the area. It shoehorns in Sam's character, and you know we're just kind of going with it. But as the book begins, Book 2, he gets one character, one or the other. He'll have to we'll have to see what sticks. So when last we left our heroes, there was a little bit of a misunderstanding. You guys ran into some people,
we shall call them interlopers.
Okay. It works. I'm feeling that. Yeah. That works for me. Interlopers. So I believe you guys were like, got to the stand down. Stand down. Stand down. It's okay. Yeah. Stand down. And the scene falls an appreciable time later. Several moments, several minutes, or a little bit of a relaxed time later, where Alethea's wolf has had a sniff of everybody's crotch, front and back, and
Sprockets is picking the ticks out of Muros's chest hair.
Yeah. They're doing the grooming ritual to getting to know you. Yeah.
Hey, what's it? Stop that. Get off that.
He's braiding it, type of thing. The goblin is wandering around the room, a little bit distracted, which leaves Albric and Joe's triumphant return as our CC cleric, and the elven ranger Alethea and her wolf to discuss what is to be done with the coming together of these two parties, now that we've kind of sussed out who the two party leaders are. The wolf's facing off with the cleric, just kind of looking at each other. One's for DP, one's for healing.
Dieter's moved in and started helping Sprockets with the delousing.
Yeah.
Und Sprockets, this fur is nearly as shiny and lustrous as yours.
That third little rat hand comes up through the fur there, Muros, but, you know. This will save you hours in the morning of grooming. I'm just saying, like, you know, as uncomfortable as it might be, it could save you hours. But the scene coming down with Albric, with my favorite CC cleric, and a wolf that's just kind of sitting there intelligently glaring at them like it's been high-bred out of Teldor. And the lady, Alethea. I just love that name. So easy to say, so easy to remember. Alethea. This rolls off the tongue. What are you guys doing? Because we are missing someone.
We're showing her the deed. You know, I busted it out and just like, see? Look, I do own this. This cape belongs to me and my cousins. Just to clear any potential animosity. Oh, wow, where's my accent?
Well, you're speaking Elven, you're speaking Common, so the Scottish drops. Like we said, when you guys speak Scottish accents, it's Dwarven, right? When you guys switch to like, what was it, Ryan? came up with that quite by mistake, and we just made it canon, right? Yeah.
We're all gonna sound like, speaking in common, we're all gonna sound like the crew of a Death Star. Hi, British.
Where are you? Oh, without
But
the,
yeah,
without
showing the
the
deed,
choking part.
proof of ownership, and subtly inquiring of her intentions, and kind of feeling her out to see if she can keep a secret. know?
Okay.
I'm glad you guys own it. I really didn't really matter to me as long as it is not disrespected in any way.
She fears you might desecrate these ancient elven ruins.
No, lass, look it. We're fixing it. He points at the stonework being put back together, the tools sitting in front of it.
The scaffolding that's been hauled down.
Yep.
That would be my only concern, is that you would disrespect this place. Other than that, you can do as you wish.
Well, that's good. That's good. You wouldn't mind keeping this, on the down low.
I have nobody to tell besides my wolf, and she's already here.
Good, because I'll be keeping my eye on you.
And that gerbil or budgie or whatever's going off in the back.
It's the sound of nature echoing through the tunnels from the forest beyond.
Oh, that's just Chippy.
So they don't exactly leave, though. We're all in some kind of agreement. Like, this second party is like just dug in, looking around. What do you guys?
Well, now that the cat's out of the bag, so to speak, perhaps you could lend a little of your the wisdom of your heritage to us. Could you tell us anything about this? We're in the process of finding out ourselves.
Since you guys seem to be acting cordial, Renali appears from her hidden position and sort of cautiously wanders over, sidesteps the grooming ritual to be sure, and just sort of hanging back off.
She's a spider lady, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The spider lady?
Well, because of the web hut and everything she lived in, where you were calling her Spidey lady, but yeah, Renali, the one that actually came through the portal. She's supposed to be from a jungle expanse that she claims lies beyond that portal.
Yep. So I'll step aside to let her into the little circle here.
Mm-hmm. Not much to say.
I'll
It's
take a
just
look.
well, Renali is a young woman with charcoal brown skin, long, thin brown hair done into I won't say a weave, but like a braid.
A braid?
Yeah, several braids. Dark brown eyes, large nose, big full lips, large eyebrows, and her clothes are blue and orange and yellow and have a sort of a wispy look and feel to them, like a gossamer, like it's coated. Like they're coated. They actually look soft, as well as the fact that she seems to have a little bit of actual spider web on her shoulder. Like she's been walking through them down here and hasn't bothered like rubbing it off, but it seems to just happily blend and stick to her silken clothing. She appears to be some sort of, foreign human, relatively young, early 20s kind of thing. Somewhere between 20 and 25 summers. Ah, these humans, so short-lived.
Yeah, so I'll give a brief introduction.
Okay.
So, Alethea, this is Renali. She's part of the reason we're trying to get this whole thing up and running again. She's been whisked away from her home, she says, and we've taken it upon ourselves to help her. We're the good and kindly dwarfs. Not the kicking in the door, slaughtering everything in front of us kind of dwarfs. We never do that.
Okay. Giving the ape a very wary, wide berth, and then coming upon the elf, she just sort of keeps her eyes down. Like she nods and mumbles that, it's a pleasure to meet you. But she seems to have some sort of deference towards this person.
Interesting.
Okay.
Perhaps she's terrified of wolves.
Or pointy ears.
Leave my ears alone.
She doesn't address you with any sort of great respect. She just seems hesitant to speak with you. But she doesn't ignore, like, she's trying not to be rude. She stands there, she says hello, that type of thing, but she doesn't, like, any conversation with her just seems to fall off Lady Elf, and she doesn't look you in the eyes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, if the...
Sorry, I was going to say, and...
I was going to say if there's any way I can help get you home, I will. And go take a look at... Yeah. What Matt had pointed out.
Okay.
So, did we actually get the portal running? Like, ding, it's
no.
on.
Actually,
Okay.
We had some corrupted audio of you buying, said portal key and deciding not to go back to that. Shot the last episode, and now bit of a flashback we'll probably get into, but after you actually had a physical representation, a very nice drawing of said portal key, flashing that around town, going back to the merchant, it was already a matter of time before you found it, and met a whole bunch of people around town in the process, and I took a exorbitant amount of gold from the party. I mean silver, but we'll get back to that. You notice how the richer you seem to become in Star Wars, the broker I make sure you are in this game. No reason.
DM karma.
Yeah. But you guys are in possession of the portal key that looks as such. It's an arrowhead. And the arrow shape engraved upon it looks like, it looks like the front of a Trans Am Firebird. It has the segregated section wings with the head sideways of the bird and the tail feathers straight down, and the very bottom of the tail feathers make the actual point of the arrow, where sweeping back the upper wings make the sort of breast of the arrow, or the breadth of it along its edges.
The barbs.
Yeah, the very top of the wings are the back of it, and yeah, very cool looking, as you can see here. You had detected magic on it, and yes, it does radiate magic. But failing your spellcraft check, as always with one important thing, you hadn't had a chance to get back into, checking it again, because a bunch of stuff happened, and you guys traveled out here, and voila, party number 2. Now, Miros, just because it's been a while, like, it's up to you, but did you mention that you recognize these guys? Now that they're out in the light, kind of thing?
Yeah. No.
We got into that before? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We, that's why we didn't come to blows.
Right. So Miros claims that he came up, and even our cleric, right?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Niles was there with me.
Well, I think we need to convince everyone Joe's in the room, because last time I schlepped him.
No, I'm here.
Yeah. What would you have to say to the party, yay or nay, towards these strangers? You fought alongside them?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they did praise your awesome acrobatic skills.
That's right. Everybody is.
All those flips in it. I'm known as...
I've almost converted Miros, so yeah.
Yeah, keep putting points in that loading bar, right?
Yeah. Or has he converted?
It'd be hard to convince us to follow the drinking god.
I know.
Well, yeah, but
no.
No, get away from me! Stop converting me!
Have you converted him, or has he converted you? I mean, who's doing more backflips and acrobatic things versus who's going off about your drinking god? I think he's converting you. So, Niles, anything you wish to add to this conglomerate? They seem to be, you guys are tentatively negotiating what to do with this current situation. They want to help.
Well, it seems like the dwarven lads here have a hard time keeping a freaking secret.
We do. We treat secrets like doors around here.
I do remember that. Don't tell anyone.
Well,
The human has said nothing to anybody.
Yeah.
Yet there's more and more people. So more the merrier.
well, you could account that to the Rangers' tracking skill and, you know, how you guys got in here, how they got in here. And
I'm accounting it for the dwarves.
oh, okay.
I'm not.
I blame you. I blame you.
Yep.
All right. So what do
But
you
yeah,
No, you do bring up a valid point. We should probably put some bars in on that tunnel, lock it off, stop strange people from wandering in.
Oh, bars will make people want to get into it then, cousin. The best thing we do is shove a giant stone in front of it.
Well, then I'll leave that in your capable hands.
Oh, that's my idea. That sounds fair enough. I'll get on top of that. But you do want us out here before we go shoving a giant rock into it,
Well,
don't you?
finish one job before you move on to the next, you daft blogger.
I only got to
point
a
over at
one
this-
chisel. What you want me to do, cuz?
Stop playing with the monkey and get to work.
It's only being cordial.
Yeah, he's not done grooming. He said finish the job.
Aye, fine then. You have monkey arms there. Give me a hand setting the scaffold up.
Oh my god, he's like hunched over now, and the monkey's doing the hair on his back, and he's arguing with you like hunched over, like he's not done. It's like, let him finish. As he works his way lower and lower on your back. No, we're not going.
Well, this is really special for Muros. He hasn't been louse free in a very long time.
Yeah, really.
It's been a long time since we left home there, and been a long time since I seen me ma.
Well, we could keep the percentage of bugs down just from throwing and tossing your butt in an occasional lake or stream we came across.
Well, that's why getting set on fire is my thing.
Yeah.
It's for hygiene.
Yeah. Well,
It's my time to have a shower.
that's right. Like Theo and like putting down his axe, going, "All right, let's spar," and he'd like move towards the river, right? And we'd both end up wet. But hey, Mural's got his bath, right? So, speaking of Theoan, I guess we're not really going to get into that secret project right now.
Nope.
How far he's gone and what's going on. And
That's for later.
and you've currently left Vaz in town without her keeper.
No, she's reshackled to Theon.
Oh.
I only borrow her.
Oh, okay, so she's gone with him.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what's going to happen there.
But he doesn't like the way I dealt with her. Thought I gave her too much free reign.
Okay.
So, and I'm, you can't argue with Theo.
Hey, if they spend an appreciable two people that don't like each other, forced to spend time together, you know what's going to happen.
Someone's going to be dead.
Someone's going to be dead, or
Weird mutant, half elven dwarf babies. Ah.
Oh, me.
1/4 human, 1/4 elf, half dwarven.
Well, do you remember the hunchback from 300? I'm thinking.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Okay.
Canada? I think something akin in that vein
Yeah,
of
see, you
creative
guys are
thinking.
thinking like first edition, second edition. You just look in the new ancestry book. It's like, oh yeah, there he is, right there.
Yeah, that's true.
There he is, right there. I played character number 2. All right.
Gelatinous ooze.
So now that you have the portal key, you had some failed attempts at trying to figure out much about these portals. Now you have
We figured out that it was broken.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now you got a key. What do you guys want to try? You want to do anything?
Well, I figure between using Albrecht's magic and using Miros' stone masonry abilities, might be able to fix the damage that was wrought.
Okay. Well, Renali can tell you which portal that she came through, and on the map it's over here. It's portal number D, or letter D. So,
The other numbers of the alphabet.
do you smell something? Okay, it just happens like that. So, scratching at the portal because she wants out. Over here, guys. Let's go.
Oh, Renali want to go? Renali want to go through the portal?
Yes, please. The wolf's looking at you guys like you're all nuts.
How uncivilized.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I'm assuming at this point we've kind of all made our way over, except for Muros and the ape. Maybe he's coming now that I've bitched.
Well, who's your...
Yeah.
You guys had the magic angle, which you're covering with Al, but what about the fact that this is an elven ruin and you have an elf? Also, there's the...
Yep.
No, I'm not bringing that up to help you. You guys actually brought that up off the air, and I was like, remember, I'll save that for, These guys, we come into a call and they're like, we should do this, let's do this. And then they start talking in character. I'm like, I'm not recording it, guys. Like, save it for the show. Turn to Samantha going, won't you look at our portal? It's elvish. What? That's not racist. You're an elf. Look at the portal. And then there's the actual stonemasonry. So who's our best stonemason here? Who's our
Muros.
Muros. Okay.
Why do you think we're
Who's
called
our only stonemason here?
Why do you think my family's called anvil benders?
Okay. So, whether it's stonemasonry or, you know, all things Elven,
Left.
you got,
Aye.
who wants to have a look at this first? Did you want to, like, get a fresh perspective from the elf or the cleric? You know,
Sure.
he's leveled. He might have learned something. or,
I mean,
or
like,
yourself.
get to work, Muros. And in the meantime, I'll go over, you know, show her the portal key, ask her what she knows. Does she know anything about this place? Any of your, you know, you hear any tales of
Okay.
stuff?
All right.
So what do you know, Elf? What do you know?
You know that that arrowhead feels good in your hands. Should go on the end of an arrow. Just saying. Be very handy. And then there's the fact that they say it's a portal key. So you guys hand it over to her first? Let her have a look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's have a society check. See what you remember about your people.
18.
There are tales of elves making ancient portals, the ancient elven societies to move around and such, but those, it's not like those kingdoms have like fallen, but they have sort of receded quite a bit, and some of the portals and places were lost. Now, you're here at a portal ring, right? And have you guys actually told her the name? Because our dwarven bard went on about a tale about an elvish ring that might have been rumored to be in this country called Estella's Ring. But you guys couldn't verify that.
Oh, yeah. I
Second level.
Yeah, no,
I-
he pulled it off. He got the role, you know.
I'd share that.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
you know,
You've never heard of this, Alethea, and with your own role, or even the fact that he's telling you what they believe this place is, does not ring a bell with an 18. But two things become apparently clear. The portal in front of you does have an ancient elven magic feel to it. The engravings and such of the artistry, the artistic, right, are meant to hide runes. And you just sort of being an elf, let's say you get that vibe that, yes, this arrowhead is directly connected to this portal. Now, as far as you doing anything with it, they claim it didn't work for them. Would you like to have a go trying to activate said portal?
Sure.
Okay.
Zappy time.
So, going through your skill set, let's have a look at your sheet here really quick here. Skills, not Arcana, which you do not have. Not, engineering lore. Yes, please. Be an engineering lore check.
11.
Yes. Definitely not a helpful skill. Moving on. No occultism. No. Okay. There is one skill you possess that may have an outside chance. They expect, I don't know, maybe they're being racist because they just expect that elves know magic and you have elven magic or the history being a long-lived race or whatever. Now, you yourself quietly are just smiling and nodding at them, but it's like you don't have any of that. However, the magic energy seems to be bundled. You might be able to use a thievery check to guide and align the magical energies to sort of use the key as if the portal were a lock to guide the energies back in place and get this sucker sort of a jump start.
Okay. 30.
30. So, guys, she has a long look at the portal, two fingers tracing some of the, the motifs of the jungle and the birds. And then she actually takes the arrowhead and very lightly starts tracing lines inside out and around back. But where she touches the portal, there's like a snake trail. There's literally is like a golden glow that comes from and then sort of fades, as if she's reconnecting synergic magic back together. And by the time she works her way from the top down one side and then the top down the other, the whole thing just sort of, all the stones just sort of pulse and light up once and fade back to a nice sort of resonating. And Albrecht, you sense that she's actually connected the magic.
What a fancy chance is this? What were the chances we could get away with? Today's our lucky day. Put the tools away, Muros.
Hi. Oh, that was fancy.
Now, I have one more question for Althea. I got all caught up in the moment. Because you know it was
Alethea.
Sorry. Big Al, little Al. Because you know it's thievery and you've traveled with the goblin, would you want him to help you in this? Or is this you just going to take your elven moment and you're good?
Probably just take my moment.
Okay. He seems to be very occupied, like studying the other statues and, you know, the other portals and whatnot. So.
Renali, get your supplies. Lads, kit up. We don't know how long it'll stay open. Make sure we take the key through us so we can start it up from the other side. You're coming with us too.
You know how it works.
If you don't mind, we're not going to kidnap you.
I'll go.
Oh, it's going to be fun,
I
boy.
don't think you'll remember how to get back if I don't.
Hey, Muros frowns and puts away the white van. Oh, fine.
In my bag of holding.
So, Al wants to rally members of both parties to head through, or are you going to ask them to stay back and you guys are going to check it out? Or
The more the merrier. And in the back of his head, he's like, and maybe they'll die out there and we don't have to worry about the secret getting spread.
Ah,
Always thinking this one is.
that sounds like a Dahlgren tactic to me.
Dahlgren would say it out loud because he's daft.
So you know what I was thinking? What? Well, this, and this, right? All right. So, using the key once again to literally like get the sucker fired up, okay? The portal springs to life, but not as you'd expect. Now that you got her set up, just taking the arrowhead, which is now in whose possession? You gonna let the elf do this, or is this going back to Al? Now that she's
I'm giving it back.
now that she okay, that's the deal, huh? I'll go with you, but this is mine now. Sleight of hand. Here's your arrowhead. She gives you a stone one. You totally buy it, right? I've seen that before.
Let's see her make that roll. She probably will. No, she can hang on to it. I don't know how to use it.
Okay.
Obviously.
Obviously she does. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, Alethea, you know that now that you got the sucker fired up, all you have to do is take the arrowhead and place it, touch it to the center stone, like the inside of the portal, anywhere in the area, should activate it.
Okay. So,
Well, don't do it right away.
no, I was going to say, I'll make sure everybody's ready. Double check that everybody's good to go.
Yeah.
Stand back. Wait! What's the matter now? I don't know. I need to get my lines in so many an hour. Jeff said I have to talk. What? He
Yeah.
says.
So Albrecht takes off, comes back with a bunch of bundles of rope, starts tying around the statues in the middle, and runs up to every person and puts one around their waist. Just in case, you know.
You tie everybody off like they're climbing a mountain?
Yep. You don't know what's on the other side. Could be a sheer drop.
Oh, okay.
Not a daft idea at all.
No, okay. So, taking you guys to like the party sheet, if you hit the little stone button at the very top right corner of the HUD display.
Yep.
Okay. And since it's relative to a southwestern, like down left, okay, let's say that on this grid here, the left wall is your portal. Who's going first? Our elf, right? With said key.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're going to tie off the wolf or leave her?
I'm not leaving Rena.
Okay. So in line we have a wolf. Or you want to bring up the rear or something?
She can bring up the rear.
Okay. So who's behind the elf?
Muros. Ooh.
Okay, Miros.
Okay, Alric, you kick the next door then. Hey, while you're doing that, I'm going to read a book.
There. Miros, Al.
Bullshit.
Yeah, cool. Do another video else as a shit. Hey, why not?
Okay, so we've got the elf, Miros, sorcerer, then who?
Yep.
Okay.
Probably Dieter would trug along.
Okay, Dieter and then the monkey.
Yep.
And do you really want to be sandwiched between a monkey and a wolf there, Niles the cleric?
That's fine for me.
There's a goblin too.
Oh, you can't even see him. He's so good. Where did he go?
He's so good.
No, where do we
They're just like a knot floating
There's
in the air.
this rope floating.
He just appears out of random people's backpacks, right? Goes into one and pops out another.
He's on the ape's back.
All right.
No,
So-
turns out he was the wolf the whole time.
Official marching order. Alethea, the Elven Ranger. Miros, the Dwarven Monk. Elbrick, the Dwarven Sorcerer. Dieter, the Ratfolk Druid. Sprockets, the Ape Animal Companion of said Druid. Niles, the Human Cleric. Lobrak, the Goblin Rogue. And Reyna, the Wolf Companion. Right?
Sounds great. Sounds right. Yeah.
In a partridge, in a pear tree.
That's right. I want to be at the end of that chain lightning.
I wanted to diffuse.
Okay.
We're getting higher level,
Oh my
boys.
God.
It's more death.
There's a mosquito in my room. I'll be just a moment.
Cursed words.
All right. So now...
Yes. So that is the official marching order from now until the end of time.
Until we go through the portal.
So I have this, sorry, I'm going to see if I can make this smaller. It doesn't want to get smaller. So you can still see our dice rolls. I don't want to hide the dice rolls. Okay, so party sheet is up, and you can kind of see the dice rolls.
It's a party.
Hurrah!
We're going on adventure.
We're going through a portal.
We're going through a portal.
So,
No, we're not going through a portal.
through the portal. She touches the key center stone. And within the Eudara arc, it turns into a churning gold and silver mist. And you sense that the stone wall in it, beyond it, has vanished, Alethea. What do you do?
Take a look back again, make sure everybody's good, and take a step through.
Okay.
Bold person.
Yep.
Merle's a big thumbs up.
Yep. She steps through and vanishes into the mist. The rope goes taut and then falls slack.
Let's pulls the rope back.
Okay. You pull the entire length and an actual slip knot about elven waist. You know, hey, she said she was a 24. Never mind. I'm so glad Sam muted because
It was more the feeling that was intended to be felt
Mm.
than anything else.
Oh, well, I guess that was a pointless venture. And he just
Oh.
unties the rope.
onward, right?
All right. Moros yeets himself through the portal.
We forgot Renali is in this chain. So she says, no, this is what had happened. This is how I came through. Proceed.
I proceed with yeeting.
Okay.
Yeet.
Miros holding, the empty loop, shuffles up, and the guys are all like easing out the rope a little bit. They're out. Yep.
February. Whee!
Yep. Same thing. Miros steps in, and the rope just gets slacker. And now there's 2 empty loops. Right.
I already taken mine off. So I like walk up to the portal.
Yep. Go
Look
in.
behind me.
Go in.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Yeet!
And then Dieter. Actually, Renali will follow right after Albrecht, and then Dieter, and then the monkey.
Looks wait for me, Sprockets, let's go.
Okay. We have a wolf, a rogue, and a cleric. And I'm sure the rogue possibly turns to cleric and looks at him or says something like, you sure you want to do this? Maybe we could just go 50-50, be partners, we could just like sell this place to the Elven community. I'm just saying, we could buy out right now.
Oh,
What do you think?
good idea. Yeah. Pat him on the back. Good idea. Grab him by the ears and awesome through.
The polyester's gone. He goes first. You look back, there's the wolf, right? She'd like,
Come on, boy.
No.
Or girl.
She-
I don't know.
no,
Which one it
no,
is.
she seems compliant, like, like well done, because if you weren't gonna do it, I would have.
And she gonna wait there until she has to push you.
Yep.
Ah,
And yeeting and I go. Wee.
yeet. In we go.
To death.
Mm-hmm. So,
A new map?
a new map? No. No.
Oh.
Time for some theater of the mind.
No. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, really. Just you guys have that,
We're all
that
spiraling through the time warp, yeah.
exactly.
All my skills are moot in this.
Yeah. Does everybody have a line to say as they all like
Just a
pass-
trail of vomit following behind Miros.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh no.
You wonder why I wanted to go before Albert.
You're talking about like the
I've seen him ride a minecart in the past.
yeah, so,
It wasn't pretty.
something between the Twister in Wizard of Oz and like the Twilight Zone, where people are spiraling down,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So the Sprockets, the ape goes by, but he's actually sitting at a writing desk typing with glasses, just looking at, this moment of spark of intelligence, right? You see Lobrecht flying past you guys like with a cape, some lavish polyesters, right? You see our cleric go by, and he's got the god eyes. He's got like the golden glow, intense Superman god eyes and a halo, and he's just like, "Oh, I know everything. I'm everything." Right. But strangely, not in his own voice. Right.
Yeah.
Albrecht's wizard hat, with the point. Right? The point straightens up, and as it straightens up, it grows, and it pulls in the rim, and he's just kind of left with a dunce cap, and he just has a very strange, constipated look on his face. Miros barfs enough for like 3 dwarves.
Yeah, it's projectile.
Yeah, and like
It's like the Death Blossom.
you just see like the dog like doing that paddle with the legs, like it's just trying to get some traction, like and it's getting somewhere, And we all fall through the ether. Oh, oh yes. And then silence. It is jet black. And we all are sort of dumped. I wouldn't say in a heap. And you are in pretty much proximity of each other as how you came out. But you find yourself in the strangest underground tube. The dwarves, You'd say this is akin to a lava tube. The mists of the magical portal fade behind you and in front of you and reveal a 20-foot wide passageway stretching off easily beyond your infravision, dark vision, and any light source you may have had into the distance. The walls of this tunnel seem to be made of hardened lava, long ago scorched and melted, but not completely cooled. Tiny cracks and fissures line the walls. Within each, an orange glow flickers, giving the tunnel a very soft yet fiery illumination. The wall of gold and silver mist from the portal glows still behind you, while the similar-looking faint glow beckons about a mere 100 feet ahead. The air is almost uncomfortably warm and smells of smoke. It's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit in here and is classified in the rules as mild heat. What do you do?
Look over at Spider Lady. So is this where you're from?
No, she says, and she's blinking and her eyes are watering from the heat. And it's from the smoke, not from the heat. The jungle's hot, so she's used to hot temperatures. But she starts blinking rapidly in the heat, and her head just starts jerking around in a sort of rather non-human fashion. She says, I didn't dally here. It's dangerous. There's something here. The cultists confronted it. And when I came through, its presence was seeming to fade, but it was still quite strong. I bolted from one end to the other. I tell you, we mustn't tarry. We are in danger here.
Hey, sounds good to me. Everyone, as long as you get both legs attached, let's move them.
1 second, cousin.
Boy.
And Albrecht walks to in front of the tunnel and starts casting Ray of Frost and cooling the ground. Let's make it a wee bit more comfortable. Can everybody see?
It's a low light, but, with the glowing vein orange walls.
Okay.
It's dim.
Yeah. And the tunnel is simple. Now, if you'd like some more definition, like it's almost like being in those tunnels in a spaceship and it's like LED lighting. You really can't see the texture of the wall, and that might creep you out. So if you want more illumination, by all means, light something up, get a spell. But technically, there is that ambient light source of orange lava tube, and then the golden silver mist at the far end.
All right. Well, I'll move in tandem with Muros, kind of cooling the floor as we go so nobody melts their feet off.
Okay, so taking the lead?
Adjacent with Muros.
Yep. And Alethea?
A little behind them.
It's 20 feet wide, so I'm assuming you guys are at the center 10 foot of a 20 foot wide.
Yeah, so that's perfect then.
Yep.
We're
Okay.
in the 2 middle squares.
Okay. Lobrak will move forward and take position next to the ranger. Next comes Sprockets and the druid, and pulling up the rear is the cleric, and then a literal step behind we have Reyna. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. Let's back this up one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Lobrak by himself, and beside Alethea we have Renali.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I really should get a...
Keep wanting to call her Nadali.
Call her who?
Playing too much League of Legends lately.
Okay, there we go. There she is. All right.
How do you...
Aight.
Though she keeps a step away from the elf and seems to be somewhat, different.
Yeah, and we're heading like this way, right?
Yeah. You guys are heading from the right to the... Yes.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
That's our forward.
Yep. So you're paving or trying to cool the ground in front of you. Yes.
Yep.
Awesome.
Just touring along, ray of frost on the ground, being a cool dude like I always am.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Perhaps it's Renali's warning that she, went to Al and tugged on that particular sleeve. You guys feel hot, uneasy, and this is not the sort of nice, cool stone underground mountain feeling. You guys feel,
we figure,
you feel bottled, right?
Would the knowledge of nature help at all?
Sure.
Okay.
To what end? To what end? Are you just trying to just trying to
identify my environment?
Yeah, sure.
Like if it's not like I was figuring it was like a stable environment, but
yeah,
it seems like it's sounding a little more hostile perhaps than my first assessment. So, yeah, knowledge of nature, my surroundings here. 19 total.
This is not a lava tube. This is not volcanic. This is unnatural. This is supernatural. This is made the way the stone is hewn, the way volcanic ash and undermountain, and you mean like you guys may not have a volcano nearby, but you guys study volcano, what's in it, what's under it, the way things are made. This is not natural. Something hollowed this out with heat. And there's something in the stone, in this strange portal to portal place that continues to generate said heat. There's nothing nature and natural about this under the mountain, kind of, so to speak.
So would Albrecht, being, one of the dragon ancestry, tapping into his draconic lore, would he recognize this as any particular kind of pattern?
Yes.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so while we're walking out, in a low tone, Muros is talking to Albrecht. So, this isn't volcanic rock, cousin.
Aye. Keep your voice down. We don't want to spook the others. Just keep us moving.
Hey.
And I'll just, keeping a wary eye on our surroundings. I'll cast Detect Magic kind of on the regular as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, it never hurts.
No, and while moving, can I just do a general perception?
Sure.
See if there's anything jumping out. 29.
Okay.
He sees everything.
Stones. It's all stones.
How about we have perception all around? Okay. Now you guys have a basic of like a 20 to 30 move, right? It's 100. It's 100 feet 100 foot long. Which
I have 35, so I guess we're tethered to the slowest member of our party.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Okay. So, assuming you guys are being cautious, though she does want to push you guys along, whether it's one round and 3 actions and you guys like do 75% of the hallway or whatever, I'm breaking this hallway into 4 parts. We've appeared 1/4 of the way in. Miros is determining this is not natural and you guys are having your conversation. Now we're coming up to the halfway point and Albrecht's going, let's just keep this between ourselves, and everyone behind you senses your trepidation anyway, and even on their own are all looking around, maybe even fanning out a bit. Lobrick, coming
with that roll, Niall's eyes start glowing like they did in the portal again.
He came out of the portal with the eyes glowing.
Yeah, perception of 32.
Oh,
I see you all.
I see dead people. Oh, it's us.
Oh, look, it's the party in front of me.
Oh, no. 32. Okay, so let's go down the road. Miros, what'd you get for... You went from nature, now you just want to be perceptive.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
29.
Okay. And... Albrecht?
21.
And Alethea?
Oh, you did it right.
I've been saying it like 20 times. I buggered it once. I've been pretty on point, thank you.
You've been doing. You're doing good, Jeff.
Thank you.
Great job as usual. As usual, sir.
Thank you. Well, I couldn't have done it without all my friends. Dieter.
Oh, Detail hasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you could just be talking to the monkey. If you just don't even want to bother with perception check, it's just like
Dieter takes 5.
I'll just put Dieter at 1 for the moment. My man Lobrak is just, kind of skipping along, doing his thing, but no, doesn't want to do anything like unprofessional. Like, he's got to maintain his place and he needs to be somewhat wary. So, rolling for Lobrak with a 15. He does seem somewhat distracted with the floor and the walls, though. Like he's looking, like he's searching for something. He's just kind of like looking around. You want to roll for your wolf, Raina? One good thing, and roll for Sprockets. Dieter.
Sprockets is definitely paying attention.
Looking longingly at Muros's back.
18 for Raina.
Okay. And Sprockets?
19.
Yeah, that's funny. It shot it right in the chart for Raina, but it didn't do it for you. Maybe because I was on it. Alrighty then. So, as we move along, you get almost to the halfway point. And then I'm going to make a d20 roll, and I'm just going to toss it up there. And that's an 18, I believe. Right?
We can't tell because you rolled it secretly.
Plus
Double dice.
plus an astounding modifier against
25 million.
Well, no, just you guys made perception checks. I mean, if there's something lurking about here, obviously it may have a stealth check, and adding something to my 18. Maybe you see something, maybe you don't.
I see all.
You 32 is nice, but yeah.
Can't get any better. Like, set the natural 20.
44 for this is crazy. You guys proceed beyond the halfway point and start making your way towards the end of the tunnel.
Do we see a light? Do we go towards the light?
Within 30 feet comes the mist, and you guys, without really breaking your marching order, suddenly feel, rather than see, intense heat behind you. And we glance back as scroll.
Now I'm at the front of the line.
Yeah.
That was totally in my head. I was thinking it. I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that poor cleric.
Toasty.
Yeah. Suddenly, smoke starts pouring from the walls behind you, and fire. And in the span of a heartbeat, maybe two, a huge, fiery monstrosity of a winged dragon forms, and it looks
What the hell?
like this. An emanation completely made of flame and giving off a crap ton of smoke now looms in the 20 by 20, easily filling the entire aperture behind you, and immediately opens its maw, where an intense orange glow turns into a waking nightmare as a blast in a 60-foot cone starting just 2 squares back behind Niles and Raina engulfs 60 feet cone. Can I have a reflex save? Because, oh, this is real. Starting with, at the top of the initiative order, me, My stealth check of 44 puts me at the top. So this thing freaking with plus 16 stealth and my 18 roll, just so you guys people like, wow, we formed, we saw it. This thing forms, we go, what? Big fiery dragon and just whoosh, engulfing the party in flames. Reflex saves, please.
Yeah, okay.
For half
21.
For half damage.
A 26.
26 and 19 for Rena.
16 for the cleric. Reflex is not my favorite.
13 for Dieter.
And
How
our
spry is Sprockets?
yeah, I say, and the animals.
14 for
Oh.
Sprockets.
Oh, and
Oh, that's gonna smell.
is I just groomed that fur. Is that everyone? One of
We're
you
missing,
who missing?
our NPC.
Oh, Renali. Sorry.
Renali and
Reflex plus 10. 27. And jump. She does the Spider-Man. Yoink. So,
and the Goblin.
flames come running up, right? Miros like does the Spider-Man and jump to the left. Renali goes and jump to the right. And Lobrak, my man, Lobrak. Ain just made this guy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 19 plus
And
13. 32.
Nice.
So, Miros, Renali, and Lobrak hit the DC at 26. Barely. Miros,
6.
Yeah.
26.
26.
Did you get 26?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you? You sure?
My wolf got 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Four of you
Yeah.
will take half damage. The rest of you are going to
Eat it.
Unfortunately, yes, you're going.
And before the flames even hit, all you hear is Albrecht go.
Why? No. Well, I'm going to use the auto roller to give you 46. Trying here.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, no.
Oh.
And then 2d6 to follow up. Oh, it's not working. Huh.
Let's see.
It's not working.
If a dice is rolled and the player doesn't see it, does it really damage him?
There you go. 17 and 11, 6d6 for a total of 28 points. So those that make it take 14 in fire. Any vulnerable, flamey things on you? Whoosh. The dragon flames whoosh over you with very little space.
You said 28 damage?
28 damage for those that missed their saves. Those that get 26 and over take 14.
And those with fire resistance take less.
That's right. A little bit less.
A little bit less.
Just a little-
Not a lot less.
Okay. So, can you guys put those on your dudes? Or shall I do it
Yeah.
for you?
Did it?
We got it.
I'll look after Renali and Lobrak. And yes, thank you for...
Is there threshold stuff in second ed?
I do know that if you take twice your hit points in damage, it's considered massive damage. Skip the dying, instant kill. You are done.
Okay. Well, that didn't happen. But thresholds were hit. If there is a threshold thing, I don't think there is in second ed.
No,
Is there?
no, like I said, they just have the massive damage roll. So like this is really dangerous for a low level character with their like 15 or their 20. If they take like 40 odd points, there's no. So I'm dying, right? It's like no, you.
God damn it, dog!
You guys got
Oh,
wiped.
what a jerk!
You got wiped out.
You guys, we all got hit by a big ball of fire. I think I just found the fuel. Stupid dog. Scratches at the door, walks in, lays an egg. I love him so much. Goddamn.
Not even more. Not anymore. Language counts.
But
American.
I guess it's really making it immersive because I've got that burnt hair smell going on pretty strong right now.
Okay, yeah. So the worst part about this dragon breath is it smells like rotten eggs because Buddy's been holding it in for so long.
Sulfur. It's sulfur.
You all gain the sickened condition 1 because of Matt's bitching and swearing twice on my feed, and No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? So, at the top of our initiative with Niles, flame engulfs you, whoosh, and hurts you for 28 points, and you're down to 25. And what do you do, Niles? Miros, you're on deck. Let us call this call this a battle, right?
Yep. Call the battle. Run! Get the freak out of my way!
The mighty cleric. Would you like to make a check of no?
Oh, we set off a trap. So,
Right.
what else am I going to do? Run.
All right. All right.
Said we're 30 feet away, so hopefully from the exit.
Let's run 4 times your move speed, right?
Yeah, well, I'll just move 3 times.
Yep.
So
All right.
90 feet, I should get somewhere.
Yeah. So
A 60-foot cone.
There's-
It's not gonna
there's
hit me
that
again.
wash of flame that blindsides us, like you can't see until it's done, right? And at the end of it, Niles has vanished like he's vaporized, but the people at the back of the party literally see him like horizontal, like diving through. Just, bye. So yeah, Niles literally just like whoosh, right? And there's like halfway through the burning, right? You just hear, out of my way! By the time it's done, he's like, almost moving as fast as the back of the breath and like hits the end of the portal at the same time.
Hot, 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 hot,
Yep.
hot, hot.
Oh, yeah.
All right, he dives
That
through the
hurt.
portal. Gone. Miros, what do you do?
Man.
How far did we get? Like, Niles, you went back through the portal?
The front of the portal is the front of the party is like 30 feet from the portal. But because he was the back of the line, he's like, I double, I triple move, I run for it. So he literally like moves through friendlies, which, I'll give it to you since everyone's sort of a party now. And yeah, but he just trucks through you guys. So let's say Miros at the lead position is 30 feet from that portal. You take one step, you're 25, right? Miros is 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 feet. So, he just like shoves the ape aside and just zips between you and Albrecht, or goes wide and just, because it's 20-foot wide hallway, right? So he just, serpentine, gone.
Yeah.
So, Niles, let's take him off the board.
Yeah, huff it too.
Okay.
Trace move, 35 speed.
Yep. I'll just take you off the board because you guys go diving through that portal. Voink, voink.
Yep.
Okay. Next we have Renali, who, again, just, is her dodge, that jump, like put her on a wall and she just does the wall run, like does the spiraling out. You get those race car Tonka things going and they spiral.
The momentum doesn't stop.
Yeah, exactly. She just keeps going, and sees you guys head through the portal, so it must be open, I hope. And she dives through. Albrecht.
Right, follow in suit.
Okay. You don't want to stay and use your cooling magic on this?
Oh, if only my ancestors had been allied with the Goldens. Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Or wouldn't you have some resistance being a cold dude?
No, it's the opposite. I have resistance to cold.
Yeah. What do you think a fire creature might have
to heat.
weaknesses to cold? You want to?
Yep, not gonna fight it.
No.
He more than halved my hit points with one move.
This is your Lord of the Rings moment. Come on, man. The party's there. They got to get through the bridge. This fire.
You shall not. Nope.
No,
Nope.
he's running. You shall not pass me. He's talking to his own party because you want to be in front.
You shall not pass.
He's calling over his shoulder at you guys. I gotta get out. All right.
Pace. So that's a triple move at 25 per. That's
Yeah. They're chicking it out and buggering off and buggering off.
Oh,
and
yeah, we
running
are.
away. Sprockets.
Sprockets picks up Dieter and starts running.
Sure. I'm acting on my own. Oh, look at the fiery. Oh, nope. One hand on the tummy, one hand on the mouth, and just runs down the line.
Small packages them.
Yeah, football and
Picks them up, rolls them into a ball.
Yep. What are you doing, you stupid monkey? Alethea.
Yell for Raina to follow and run.
A scorched, mispatched wolf just like shakingly turns towards you like, you think? Raina bails. I'm sorry, like Althea bails, and then it's Raina's turn, and Raina bails. And the lone goblin turns to face his foe. Look
So we meet again.
Yeah. Pulls out his thieves' tools and disarms it. What are you doing? Nothing. Pulls out a gem and sucks up the illusion.
Yeah.
Suckers. No. There is a few tense moments as you guys come out the other side, and not like cold, hard, no, warm stone, hot stone. It's the humid gist. It goes from hot and dry and smoky to an overwhelming humid jungle heat. But before you guys can take account of your surroundings, it's people just start popping out that portal and piling on top of you guys like a big dog pile, and we kind of fan out a couple feet, roll away, and then the last one through is the wolf. And then there's that pause. And then Lobrecht comes chucking through. And we find ourselves out of the frying pan and into the fire. Well, I guess you're out of the fire. What we see, the cloying heat. The other mind time. Cloying heat and humidity hangs heavily in the atmosphere of an open-air temple. Its surrounding stone arches are smeared with black soot. Charred branches and clumps of roots mark the passage and shape of a garden that once stood here, but the plants and flowers have been ripped up and burned. In the middle of the ring of stone arches, in the center of a cold pit of charcoal, a half-complete wooden pillar, once capped with a dragon's visage, stands near a pile of carved rocks and a small sack of cloth. Only one section of the ring of stones arcs is actually solid, a section of wall that bears an exact duplicate of the gate you pass through, as it appeared in the wall below Citadel Alderain. Beyond the open archways, elsewhere sprawls the verdant expanse of tropical jungle. You have passed through the Hunter's Gate. You guys all stand up, dust yourselves off.
Dieter immediately starts channeling heal.
All right.
Gets up. Doesn't even look at his surroundings. Just like gets up and starts healing.
Okay. The ape exited the portal and kept going. Literally just kept charging off in a random direction. And as you guys get up and realize there's a rustling of bushes, it's like the back of the ape, Dieter and all, and just gone straight in.
Wait, Sprockets! You stupid ape! What are you doing? Stop! Stop! Ah!
As if they had that one chance to bail. Your presence catches the jungle by surprise, and if he hadn't been going top speed, wouldn't have broken a line. Bushes and trees turn, as if exposing, not because they move through them, but they choose to reveal themselves. In a semicircle ring, completely surrounded, you see over 24 elves, bows knocked and drawn and trained on you. Stern faces, they step forward and raise their bows. And we'll see you next time. And we'll see you next time.
We surrender.
Just like the Draconians. Not Draconians. Just like the
Kobolds.
The kobolds. That's like your custom line every time, you know. Good night, everybody.
I didn't know it worked the last time.
Yeah.